Hey there, welcome back to My British Garage. I've got a little project here I wanted to show you guys. This is the center console from my 82 Corniche. And to take the sucker out is really not that bad. There's a couple bolts down here. Get my light in there. Real easy to get a hold of, and a couple of screws. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right here and then here, and it lifts out. There's a few plug-ins here, and pretty easy to remember how they go back. It's going to match up the wiring on it, you know, to what plug goes where, because I think these two here are the same size, but you just kind of have to line up the wiring. It's not a big deal. But what I've done, I've used this Sims coat, because the interior of the car is black already, so I use this to go over the outside of this. And this is wood here, these little wood pieces I've made, and I just put this on its side and just traced this out and used different kinds of sanders to kind of whittle this out to make it just right, and it really turned out pretty good. And there's a piece of wood back here that I made to fit this, and that I painted it with that Sims coating, and I've got my first bit of veneer on here, and it's just been applied. I haven't finished, you know, sanding it and all that kind of good stuff. And this is the back side of it, and I've just painted it black with just good old black spray paint, and then it's in this single coat of polyurethane on it. Little piano hinge I rigged up for here. And on this side, you can see where I put these, let's see, the different screws here, and I just use kind of like some body filler. You can use joint compound. I probably wouldn't, but yeah, body filler and a little squeeze tube that they've got. Pretty easy stuff, because I didn't really want that veneer to indent on that. But and then on the sides here, what I did, I used some black caulking and really thinned it out. Kept cleaning. I used just a damp paper towel and just kept on smoothing it out to make sure it was just a teeny bead of it, and real clean. Then I used that Sim spray and I went over the entire thing. That way the sheen and the color and all that kind of stuff matches exactly. And to the front section here, this is like a little 1/4-inch poplar that I use to make these side pieces, and this piece here is the same stuff. And I put a reinforcer piece that glued on right back here, and cut this little notches right there on the edges. Need to get those little holes filled before I finish that. Slides back in. I need to screw it in. That's the last thing I need to do, but that way, when this shuts, and little piano hinge, it's tucked underneath here, and you really can't see it that much. If you're in the back seat, you're really not going to see it. But I wanted the wood piece here to line up and shut with the support of this wood piece underneath here. And I really didn't want to scoot in yet, because I wanted to make sure the clearance was just right, that it's a snug fit. And I don't know if it's going to need a little bumper in there or not to kind of soften the close. And I bought one of these little pop-up, I don't know if you can see that or not, little pop-up closer. It's rolled pretty small, and I'm going to put it right here. And this wood piece here that I installed, there's this little lash action here. Will go in here. fasten it on, it has a little latch there, and you open that up and you turn it, and it retracts that. That way it snugly fits in there. And I've got the veneer ready to go. And I used a router to kind of to cut this edge nice and smooth all across here, and I'm going to use the same veneer all the way around the side of this, and it should work pretty. And it's just good old contact cement. I put 2 coats of contact cement on this surface and the back side of the veneer. It's got like a fabric back, and it's worked pretty well. This one here, once it's on there, it's on there. And this is good old English walnut that I've got to do this with. And then once it's done, I'm going to drill my hole for my little latch action, and maybe put a little Rolls-Royce emblem on here. I don't know. But I just don't like this opening here. I just don't. And I thought, you know what? Let's make a cover for it. And I thought this was a cool thing to do, and kind of dolling up the old car, making it just a little bit nicer. That's the aim anyway. Still waiting on my fuel distributor from CIS Flowtech. They have been, here she is, waiting. The little gizmo that goes on top of there. I'm just really pretty exasperated with them at this point, because the car's been sitting here after I got the valve cover, no, not the valve cover, but the head gaskets I replaced, and I'm all ready for the fuel distributor to come back. It's been sitting since mid-September. You know, that's when I sent off the fuel distributor to CIS Flowtech in Alabama, and oh my gosh, you know, it's well, they said, oh, 6 or 8 weeks, you know, to get this done, and it has been well over 8 weeks, and they don't like to return my phone calls, they don't like to respond to my emails. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of frightened that I'm never going to see that sucker again, but let's see what happens. But when I get my distributor back, I will post another video and explain a little more in detail what's happened there. Until next time, ciao.